Okay, so today was the Nintendo Direct. So I'm not going to go over every single announcement. I'm just going to go over all the stuff that kind of resonated with me, either because it's something I'm very personally interested in, or even if I'm not really going to get it, I think it sounds kind of cool, or there's someone I know who's interested in it, so we'll kind of go from there. So starting at the top, I just got to go over the things that weren't in the Direct. Still not a new Donkey Kong game, which is really interesting to me because I know Tropical Freeze is on the Switch. I don't think DKC Returns is on the Switch, but Tropical Freeze is a Wii U game. So if you take that, and granted, like it is genuinely on the Switch, but if you take that away because it was also on another console, there's been no unique to the Switch Donkey Kong game, at least not one that I'm aware of. And I'm actually pretty surprised by that. I kind of figured we would get a new one. Maybe not like relatively soon, but like at this point. But again, I guess if Retro is working on Prime 4 instead of working on DK, that might be why. Which, speaking of which, still no Prime 4. I'm not super shocked that we're not seeing it. But I guess I'll say this. At this point, I think Prime 4 is going to be a launch title for the new console, which, again, also, Lisa, we didn't hear anything about the new console. I feel like whenever that gets announced, regardless of what it is, which I think is just going to be an upgraded Switch, like a Switch 2, I don't know what they'll call it, but it'll be probably something like that, just a stronger Switch. I think that's when we're really going to hear more about Prime 4. A new DK around then would be great, but it might not happen. And the other thing, still no Mother 3, which the only reason I bring that up is just because of the NSO and the fact that, yeah, the NSO now has GBA games, and Mother 1 is now on the NES with Earthbound Beginnings is what it's called. Like, that's here. Earthbound, it's here. Mother 3 could theoretically happen at, like, any time now. And I have not played any of the games. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really want to. Like, in terms of its story, in terms of its vibe, it seems like something that'd be really fun. But actually looking at the gameplay and just, like, kind of hearing some of the, like, the dumb bullshit that's in the game, like, do I really want to play this? Like, the rolling health meter sounds like a really cool mechanic. I'm like, do I really want to? No. But I told Jose I would. So it's on the list. And I will. We'll see. But just because of the situation with the NSO, I feel like Mother 3 is actually something worth pointing out when it's omitted. But going to things that are here, number one, Pokemon shit. I didn't play Detective Pikachu, but I liked the movie, and now we're getting DP2, and what's the name of the kid? It's Ron. Okay, sorry about that. So, as I was recording, it was just like, gonna start talking about Pokemon. My phone just gives me a thing like, hey, update your fucking software. And, it just immediately cut off the video, and I'm actually really pissed that happened. That's just dumb fucking bullshit. Fuck you, phone or provider. I don't know who to be mad at about that, but I'm mad at somebody. Not furious, but I sounded a little bit furious there, but I'm mad. I'm a little miffed. I think that's the right word for it. I'm miffed. Anyways, Detective Pikachu 2, I don't know what the name of the kid is, but when I look at, like, the Pokemon, I'm like, okay, they look fine, but something about this dude's face, like, he looks like a Xenosaga character, and I still haven't played Xenosaga. It's on the list. I'm really looking forward to it, but I remember when I was playing XC2 a few years ago, they're like, okay, this is what the main characters look like. They look fine. Now here's what the NPCs look like. It's like, they look like PS2, PS1 characters. Like, they look like they're from Xenosaga, which, from what I have seen of Xenosaga, nowadays looks old. This dude's face looks off, man. And fuck. It's like 8 o'clock. Why am I still sweating in my car? I hate summer. Anyways, I don't know if I'm super gonna get it, but I'll at least have my eye on it. The Violet DLC, I'm gonna get it. I haven't bought it yet, but it's not coming out till fall and then winter. The second one with, like, the Galapagos turtle, I think looks really cool because what I mean is, like, the Pokemon itself. I think the turtle looks really cool, but the, like, I don't even remember what they're fucking called, but, like, the Momotaro's companions, legendaries, they look kind of nasty to me. I I like the whole festival kimono vibe going on. I like that a lot, but the actual new Pokemon, they're kind of gross. I mean, I'm going to get them. I like having a shelf. I like collecting. But do I have to? Yeah, okay. That's kind of how I feel about that, but I assume that when I get them when I'm playing, I'm going to have a good time. You know what? I'm going to put a pin in the next one, because that's just where I wrote the Mario shit. Let's save that for a little bit later. The Persona 5 Tactics. I love Persona 5. I still need to play Strikers. It's been on the list for a long time. I don't know when I will play Tactics. I don't know if I will play Tactics. Or I think it's Tactica. It's an A and not an S. But it looks pretty fun. Notably, Reload was not shown, so it seems like that's not going to be on the Switch. It is going to be PC, Xbox, and PS5. I think on PS4 too. No new Zelda game, because no shit, Tears just came out. But they showed amiibos for Zelda and Ganon. Like, that's really cool. Did we get amiibos announced for Kazuya from Smash? Kazuya from Smash, and not from Tekken, but like his Smash amiibo. I don't know, because I know Myra and Pythra, and yes, I did that on purpose. Myra and Pythra, I don't think theirs have come out yet, but they should be coming out soon. Kazuya, I don't know if his was announced. I know Sora's hasn't been announced. It'd be weird if he didn't get one, but I don't know, maybe a thing with Disney or the fact that they're done with the game, maybe he won't get one? Should be really interesting, but with Amiibo, I thought that was worth bringing up. We saw Pikmin 4, and they announced the Pikmin demo. I don't know if they said the demo's out, or if it's going to be out soon, like a week or so, and then Pikmin 1 and 2 are also going to be on the Switch. I believe Pikmin 3 is already on the Switch as well, so you can play the whole Ding Dang series, which apparently I need to, because everyone I have ever heard talk about Pikmin says it's amazing, especially the first one. I haven't tried them. It's not on my list or anything. Like, I'm not like Pikmin 4, damn, I gotta play this, but the people I know that have played Pikmin are all like, dude, like, when that comes out, I'm playing the shit out of it. Both of my roommates, some of my other friends, I'm like, all right. I mean, I hope you guys love it. I hope it's amazing. I'm not super interested, at least not at the moment, but I could probably be convinced to play it. A couple other games that I think I transition into that every time, but a couple things that did actually stand out to me. It was called Silent Hope. I love RPGs. And the idea of like, oh yeah, you know, it's about like no one can really talk and like everyone's got their voices stolen. Like, that actually sounds like it'd be a pretty, let me try that again. That sounds like it could be a fun premise. I'm not like super excited to see where that goes. I'm like, that might be something I check out. And it was Penny's Big Breakaway, which is it was made by the team who made Sonic Mania, where a girl it looks like a sentient yo-yo. And it's a 3D platformer where you're being chased by an army of penguins and doing cool shit with a yo-yo. This game just looks fun. I don't remember when they said it's coming out, but I'm like, this honestly looks fun as fuck. I might just get it when it comes out, man. There were a couple one was a collection, one was a remake. Star Ocean 2, I've never played a Star Ocean game. I've heard good things, and from what I understand, 2 was just the best one. Clay, I know, has a copy of the original. It's not on my list by any means. Again, it's kind of like with Pikmin. Like, it's not on my list, but I could be convinced to put it on there, because apparently it's just primo shit. So, anyone who's, like, been looking forward to a remake, I'm happy for you. And then Metal Gear. It was a collection of 1, 2, and 3. The SNES Metal Gear. Fucking Snake's Revenge, which I think is the one that's supposed to be dog shit. I was like, I'm actually surprised this was in the collection, but alright, bet. I've only ever played the first... No, that's not true. I've beaten the first one, specifically Twin Snakes. Like, the first solid, not the first ever Metal Gear, because those are different first ones in that regard. Like, let me clarify that. I've played a good chunk of 2. I don't remember how far I got, and I haven't played 3. Or any of them past that. But, again, kind of like with Pikmin and shit, I should. Same with Breath of the Wild, I should. It's, when you play video games, you understand, you know what I'm talking about. The backlog never stops. I was like, I'm going to dedicate a lot of this year to getting through the backlog, which is great. There's other shit on the backlog that you're probably not going to get to, even if it's on the list, and because you're not playing the cool shit coming out this year, it just keeps adding to the backlog. It's a fucking Ouroboros that never stops feeding on itself. And then after that, it's just, let me talk about the cool Mario shit. So, Super Mario RPG is getting a remake. I have never played the original, but I have wanted to. So I might just forego playing the original, play the remake. If I hear specific things like, no, it's bad, don't play it, just play the original, then I'll change my tune on that. But from at least the initial look and like hearing people who have played the original and love it, they're like, this just looks like it's upscaled. Like, it looks prettier, but it looks like the same art style. I mean, not technically, but it's like Mario kind of looks the same. I'm realizing what I'm saying, and of course Mario fucking looks the same. It's Mario, but it's that more kind of like chibi style that he was in the actual game, and I know people liked that. And the gameplay looks similar as well, so this might just be, it's the same experience, just for a different console, looks a little better. And if that is the case, I will stick with it. There's a new Princess Peach game, which I didn't really say anything about, so I don't know if I should be excited or not, but it's like, I'm tentatively, it could be cool. Luigi's Mansion 2 is getting remade to the Switch, which I think recently they also put 1 on the Switch, which would make all the, kind of like Pikmin, all the Luigi's Mansion games would be available on this console. Ah, shit. Sorry, like, actually, I'm sweating so much in this shit, man. Like, my eye just started burning a little bit. Ow. They announced some shit for Mario Kart. Wiggler, Kamek, and Petey are now going to be playable. I saw some people going, where the fuck is Diddy? And like, yeah, where the fuck is Diddy? Like, that is just kind of weird. And I know they showed off the new WarioWare game, which I know Jose loves that. I've got another buddy who absolutely loves WarioWare, so I'm happy for them. But the big thing, what the Direct ended on, is Super Mario Brothers. Ah, sweat! That's not the name of the Mario game, but I gotta wipe my face, but I can't use my hand because my hand is super sweaty, but this one's fine. Yickety yikes. That's the problem is it doesn't even feel that hot. Like, it does not feel that hot in my car. It actually feels nice, but my body is anyways just saying, nah, I'm just gonna be fucking drenched. Gah. But Super Mario Bros. Wonder, a new 2D Mario game where it looks like the playable characters are Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, Yoshi. Because there were points where I was like, okay, Yoshi's a power-up, but also there's like 4 Yoshis on the screen and no other character, so I guess Yoshi is also playable, so if that's the case, are there going to be points where Yoshi can just ride a Yoshi? Huh, that's interesting, okay. And then Daisy, so, I was going to say this is the first time she has been playable in a mainline Mario game, because that was my belief, but apparently she is playable in Super Mario Run, which is also considered a mainline Mario game, which I didn't know either of those things. So technically this is the second one, but it's the first one that I will play. Seeing the gameplay, seeing the trailer, and like, oh yeah, we like touch the thing and then the warp pipe turns into a fucking caterpillar, or Mario turns into an elephant. This game, in the little bit we've seen, looks like just unbridled creativity, and I love it. Like, this to me reminds me a lot of Galaxy in that regard, where you're just gonna throw shit at the wall and see what sticks, and hopefully everything does. I remember playing New Bros. U, like, when it came out, because one of my friends had a Wii U, and I remember having fun, but not a lot from the game really stood out. It's like, this is really cool, this is really unique or creative. There were 2 things I specifically remember. The final boss fight against Bowser and Bowser Jr. I remember being really fun, and the Van Gogh Starry Night level. That was awesome. I remember, like, the 2 guys I played it with were all like, yeah, that was amazing. Kinda wish the game had more shit like that. The rest of it was just, you know, like classic Mario, which is fun, good shit, but nothing really unique, nothing really creative from what I remember. And this game looks like it's just gonna be that. It's gonna be just insane, crazy bullshit, and I mean that in the best possible way. I'm really, really looking forward to playing Wonder. So, as the Direct, that's the stuff that really stuck out to me. What are some of the things that stuck out to you? Is there anything else that you guys like feel like was missing? Like I said, for me it was the new console, which since we haven't heard about it midway through the year, I don't think it's coming out this year. The Switch 1 came out in February, I think, February or March. So that would be my guess then for when the Switch 2 or Switch Deluxe, whatever the fuck, whenever that comes out, I would assume it'll have that kind of launch, and we might hear about it September, November-ish. But is there anything you guys like are really excited for, or anything you guys think is missing? Just let me know in the comments. Oh, before I forget, I always have to bring it up. Want Trails in the Sky on the Switch, so that people I know who want to play the game but don't want to play on their computer, which I completely understand, will have a way to fucking play it. I also want it to have a limited, it doesn't have to be limited, but to at some point have a physical release so I could get a physical copy. And yes, I already have a physical copy, but it's in Japanese for the PSP, which I don't have. I just have it for my shelf. I want a physical copy that I can actually play, damn it. Okay, now I'm done.